First episode. YETI
Boom.
YEET. What we doing?
Deadlifting.
What's that?
It's being a man and picking up the bar as high as you can.
Deadlift today. We're gonna see how heavy we can get. All you're gonna do is grab on. Oh, that's not a deadlift.
That's a deadlift. So a deadlift. Go up to here. So we're shooting for a heavy 1 rep.
All right.
We may not PR, but
Shit, not with
we're
that
gonna
attitude.
PR. Yeah.
No, no.
I'm gonna change my attitude.
We're
gonna PR.
What's your current PR?
My current PR is 455, I think,
455. Nice.
which is 210 kilograms for the bums. No. For the people that use that.
Can't do math.
Yeah.
Like me.
His back. Oh shit. Oh, yeah. You know what this is called? Alright. Alright.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
You're a barbell certified trainer. Okay, so when you approach a bar in a deadlift, how do you approach the bar with a heavy lift?
Well, I'll start by telling you, and then I'll finish by showing you.
Okay.
I like to work from the ground up. So I like to start with feet anchoring into the ground. Take 2 hard steps. Make little micro adjustments in your feet. Once they're set, then you'll actually do an anti-shrug. So this is a shrug.
Okay.
Anti-shrug is just making your arms as long as possible. And then when you grab that bar, there's no additional movement. So anchor to the ground, anti-shrug, and then start to sit back in your form. When you grab the bar, I think of GLAG, G-L-A-G. So this is something they taught in the Strong First certification.
What does it stand for?
GLAG stands for glutes, lats, abs, and grip.
Okay.
So when you take your big breath in and brace, you want to squeeze all of those really tight. Obviously, you can do too much with that, and you can squeeze really tight to where you pass out. We're going to try not to today. That helps get your muscles primed, get everything engaged, and be more proactive in your strength training rather than reactive. It would look like you kind of approach the bar, you get set up, and then you just start pulling. Then you're going to start reacting to the heavy weight. So the idea is to be more proactive. Think GLAG, G-L-A-G, and squeeze all those things at one time. So that's me telling you. It'll probably be a lot easier when I show you. Pretend this is a heavier bar. Another way to approach it from your warm up and then build into the weight is to pretend like the bar is 1,000 pounds. So a 1,000-pound bar doesn't move very fast, but approach it and squeeze and brace like it's 1,000 pounds, and I'll get you prepped for doing heavier weight. So get your feet set up, throw adjustments here, wherever you feel comfortable. Then we're gonna roll the bar right over the middle of our feet. I like it really close to my shin. That helps keep me and my hips set back. Thinking glutes first, lats. The way we can engage the lats is by grabbing the bar and breaking it. Grip, you just wanna squeeze really, really hard. And abs, keep this tight, and that'll keep your back flat. So anchored into the ground, micro adjustments. And you can see the difference in me being set up and me actually bracing and squeezing. So here to here. Big breath. That's it. Your turn.
All right. One thing that I noticed is in every rep that he reset it, is he always take his time to take another deep breath, which makes him and helps to, correct me if I'm wrong, but brace your core and make your body think about it as one solid unit. because you need to use every muscle and to make the lift as perfect as possible.
And you can take GLAG and you can apply it to anything. So like front squat, bench press, deadlift, even some of like the bar stuff where you're doing like a bar muscle up or a ring muscle up. Everything is one unit, right? Not just your body, but that's the point of anchoring into the ground. Kind of like spread your roots, spread your feet. Spread your toes, spread them wide, and keep them pressed into the ground. So you and the ground are one. And then the next concept is like grabbing onto the bar. So like you, the ground, and the bar all one.
Yeah. Anchoring your feet.
Shaheen, you got any extra tips, any additional tips for deadlifting?
I always think what helps me with a deadlift is before I go, so I use my deep breath and then I engage my lat to push back my shoulders blade back as far as possible. That helps me feel like my lats are engaged a lot more, and it just makes me feel more confident in the lift, that I'm just not dragging with my shoulder, and I feel like I'm pushing with my legs a lot more so I can keep the bar up. Also, I think about dragging the barbell into my legs, my shins, my knees and legs, rather than just lifting it up. So I feel like when I drag it in my legs, I feel more confident in the lift.
Yeah.
It makes my technique look a lot better.
Yeah.
But that's me. Everybody's different in thinking how to approach a bar. Once you get more used to the lift, you think about different cues.
Kind of find your routine, yeah.
Yes.
Like going through the steps and like, okay, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. 315?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Good.
Let's do it. All right, shoes are off.
Lifting barefoot.
Okay, so that was coming up to my next question. Why do we take our shoes off?
Yeah, so
in a deadlift?
They say that it is like the best thing you can do for your feet. I mean, if you think of a brace, if you've ever broken like a wrist or hurt a knee or any joint or anywhere on your body that you've had to wear a brace for a really long time, take that brace off, your arm, hand, wrist, knee, leg is weaker. So shoes are similar to braces for your feet. You know, you just wear them everywhere you go, wear them most of the day. So feet can get really cramped up, they can get really tight. And then you can also like kind of not use the muscles in your feet, keeping your feet flat to the ground. So as you lift, as you hinge here, the closer I can keep my heels to the ground and press into the ground, the stronger I can be lifting out of that. Shoes also offer some cushioning. So as you're trying to like pull that weight up, what you're doing is you're pressing your foot into that shoe into the ground, and you're not getting a solid, strong lift. So like you take the bottom of your shoe and look at it, you can see how much like you are actually from the ground. Yeah. So a few different reasons. One
solid reason that I think of is make it a less range of motion too, because the shoes maybe can be a little bit high heels or like a little bit an inch off the ground. It gives you a little bit the benefits of just less range of motion.
And then you think about like so if we're hinging here, I want to keep my shins vertical. If I've got a shoe on, that's going to lift the heel a little bit. True. And then so I've got a longer distance between my knee and the ground. So shorten that distance, stay tight here and press through the heel. The more you lean forward, the more you're going to cause yourself to use your back. And then that's kind of when you get into bad
Not
form.
good.
Barefoot
dog pooping position is not good.
What'd you say?
A dog pooping position?
Yes, a dog pooping position or a stripper post. It's not good.
That's not good.
Strong First teaches like lifting barefoot is elite. Like that's ideal what you want to do. Yeah.
Going for that mixed grip.
Yeah, so we can talk about that too. One thing they teach too, if you're gonna go mixed grip, which I didn't know this prior to the cert at all, like I didn't even think about it. But when you're going mixed grip, you don't want your hands to be even on the bar. which is weird.
Okay.
Because
so you go a little bit wider in the mixed.
So on the mixed, you want to rotate on the ulnar bone, okay, because that's what we're pulling from. So if you trace like your ring finger down, okay, that's where you want to rotate off of. So take your regular like overhand grip and then rotate on the ring finger. So wherever that ring finger is, that's like the axle of your rotation. You're just going to rotate. That way we pull from the ulnar bone and that lines up. Okay. So on the bar, it'll actually look off. It'll look like this hand's a little bit wider. Okay. But since we're pulling from that ulnar bone, it's actually going to be lined up perfectly.
To keep it simple, when you go opposite grip, do you go a little wider in the barbell?
Yeah. So honestly, like take your finger right here, and then you'll rotate off that, and then that's where you grip. Pull from. Also, big thing when you do mixed grip, they say either day to day, if you deadlift twice a week, or week to week, switch your grip because you can create some asymmetries in your body. So I didn't know this before, but they were talking about some people that they met, that one guy, he was naturally turned this way and the other arm was this way. Just naturally, like walking around, he'd walk around palm up and palm down. So he just kind of
think about.
But you think about it too, like you're lifting like all of this super heavy weight. And so you're training your body to be really strong in this position. And then when you're done with that set, you do it next week and the next week, and then year in, year out, year in, year out, 10, 20 years over time, it just starts to add up. So yeah, like the little things like that, really why like I think Strong First is like one of the best in the game, is because like they go around the country and they see different people who have lifted different ways and they can figure out all this stuff. But like something I've never even thought of before, because I haven't been training or deadlifting long enough to know that. And I haven't been training other people to know that either. But from now on, I will start to switch my grip up.
Hey, you can always learn something new. I just learned that today.
Yeah, dude, it's something I never considered before. Never even crossed my mind. This as well. But I try to go as long as I can, regular grip. That way I can train my grip. Because as soon as you go here, you're still training your grip. But
that's true.
The longer you can go overhand, the better.
Yeah, but that's a good advice, is like you need to train your grip like every time. You think like you have a 70% and then you have a lot of reps. It's very recommended that you would go like with an overhand grip or just train yourself in a regular lift. But then if you're going for a big lift, I mean, obviously you got to use whatever it takes.
Do what you can, But lift the lift another day, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, tried to hook grip that one. So on the first one, I did a hook grip, which is where you put your thumbs around the bar first.
It's funny you said that,
and then you grab onto your thumbs. I'm better at it with power cleaning and snatching. This is a lot harder to me.
I was gonna mention that in the beginning, but you guys may have not noticed it, but we approached the bar accidentally by using a hook grip. We train more Olympic lifting than deadlifting.
Yeah.
So we approached the bar in hook grip, which is not a bad idea, but if you go for a heavy weight, that you don't clean as much as you deadlift, or like you don't snatch as much as you deadlift. So the weight is kind of
heavier, and it's slower too.
Yes.
Yeah, like a power cleaner, like a snatch, like you're like starting off slow, and then you speed up as you get up.
And you squeeze again your thumb way too much.
Yeah.
So it kind of hurts.
You can hook grip for deadlift, but it's really hard. Oh yeah. Nice.
Man,
good stuff.
It's getting heavier.
Yeah, it is. All right, you bring up another good point. Again, we're going for a heavy set today, so like drop the bar all you want. But when you're training, you're doing like your sets and working through your percentages. Ideally, hold on to the bar until it passes your knees, and then you can kind of drop it. One that keeps you safe, it keeps your surroundings safe, keeps your environment safe. So like obviously safety first, but we're not always the same. We've been doing this for a long time. So.
And it puts a little bit of time on the tension, which is good always to get your strength up. You want to hold on to the bar as long as you can, going down, and then picking it up, back up. So you want to hold on to the bar rather than just getting it up and then just dropping it. If you drop that bar, it's a no rep.
Yeah.
So
hi. How are you?
Good.
Good. We're taking a video.
Hi.
Yo,
let's go.
If you're a lazy guy like me, You need efficiency. You don't want to sweat and holding the bar. Just put 1 5 plate like this.
Weight is smaller than the other plate, so it fits on there without having
Boom,
to.
that's it.
Nice. That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Woo. Easy money.
Surprised me.
Let's go. What? How light it was or how heavy it was?
How heavy it was. You?
For $4.95, I guess.
I'm not. That's how you know how you guys make it.
Huh?
That's how you know how you made it.
Yeah.
No more room in the barbell. That's how you know you got out your nerd days. And that's how you get over a breakup. Load up a 500-pound barbell and rip it.
Grip it and rip it.
Come on. Oh yeah. Woo. That went up fast, boy.
So slow.
It went up fast.
It felt slow. Oh yeah. Let's go. So as it gets heavier, the hard part is the very beginning, when you're just pulling the weight like 2-3 inches off the ground. But big thing here is just keep pressing through there. Let's go, Shaheen. Oh yeah.
Ah,
oh
shit.
yeah. Woo! Let's go, boy.
Hang on to it.
Hang on to it, man.
Sometimes you feel things or you don't, and there's something going on with your technique. Maybe your back is arching. Maybe you're going a little bit higher with your chest. You're not pulling with your legs.
Yeah.
Maybe you're pulling a lot too much on your arms.
Yeah.
That's why I have questions for him. Like, if you have somebody that works out with you, is to keep an eye on you in a heavy lift.
Have them watch.
So you can make that small detailed technique adjustments.
And even if you don't, you know, you can always kind of do what we're doing is take a video. I'd probably put the camera right on the side. That way you can see perfect form. And so what Shaheen used there too is a belt that goes around your L spine. So you want to keep, so something Strong First teaches too, especially in like your heavier max days, keep the lumbar spine neutral.
Okay.
But it doesn't say anything about the thoracic.
True.
So you can have a little bit of like, as long as your lumbar stays neutral and flat here, you're going to have a little bit of bending, especially if it's truly your 1 rep max. You're going to have a little bit of bending, and that's okay as long as it's not your lumbar. Once it starts to become your lumbar, this lower part of your trunk, that's when it becomes a problem. People get injured. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Deadlift.
Assume with deadlift, that's a good question. It's if you're heavy, over like 300 pounds, and you're trying to do a deadlift, you consider it as a sumo deadlift. So you need to be at 300 pounds, wear underwear, which is qualify you as a sumo deadlifter.
You're being so serious. I was like, bro.
I saw that. I was like, he didn't get it.
I was like, what?
He didn't get
it.
What?
So I need to be heavier is what you're saying.
Lift. You go a little wider with your foot stance. So that, what's the biggest thing it does is it makes the range of motion so much shorter. With the conventional, it's more of, okay, you use your glutes, your hams, but you don't have that much engagement in the quads. Yeah. So you use mostly your lower back strength.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I mean, the setup too, like he's talking about, is different for different people. People with longer legs, longer arms might like conventional better. Yeah, and like people who are more squatty and short be better at sumo deadlifting.
Yeah, and I carried a lot more weight.
But seriously, like shorter femurs are typically better at like sumo deadlifting because if the bar's here, my hips are here, that's pretty close to the bar. But when I go conventional, I'm a little bit further away with my hips.
Immediately, if you're not educated in the like, subject,
oh, you're cheating.
It's like, hey, cheating, because it's so easy and you can carry a lot more weight.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case because some people can't. The sumo deadlift doesn't work for them.
It just works better for some people.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you got it. Keep going.
Shit. Try it again.
Almost. Started shaking early, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
all right.
it's either, uh-oh. You want us to take the clips off?
Take the weight off. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. If you notice, he only got 2 inches off the ground there, but he still stood up.
You don't have any femurs, dude. Is it small?
Huh?
Small?
Yeah, bro. This is like...
Yeah.
It's like a toddler's belt.
I just got it.
I was like, oh, really? This is new?
Was that? No.
This is a new belt?
No.
Oh, no? Same one? Yeah.
Go!
Damn.
Come on. Easy weight. Let's go. Come on. Up. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking psycho. Let's go.
Here we go. Go. Keep going. Oh, there you go. Easy money. Let's go, dude. That looked easy.
Thank you.
Did we go down weight?
Dude, I don't know what happened.
Dude, that was like butter, man.
I want to go up.
I think you pulled faster there.
I
think
did.
The first
I
one
yanked
before. Yeah, I think the first one before you just like went too slow, and
Yeah.
then you got gas real quick.
Yeah.
It's 495.
Because the second time when I yanked it, dude, it surprised me how much lighter it was.
Yeah.
Dude, when I cleaned my heavy, like I went up to like 90%. I went to snatch a bar.
Yeah.
I went to a 95 pound. I was like, just.
Yeah, that happens.
But at the third rep, it gets you.
Boost. It's a PED.
Smelling salts for 5%. Music 5%.
Performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, a slap in the ass. 30%.
30%.
That's a 40% free boost for you guys. I mean, you pay for the smelling salt.
Let me give you a pat down.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Not too hard though, dude. I'll fuck you up. You will ruin my day.
I won't kill you, bro.
You will ruin my day. No.
I'm just messing with you, bro. Let's go. Come on, Shaheen. Attack. Attack. Bro. Dude, you lifted for 1 second. Not even 1 second.
That 1 second let me know.
Dude, you went way too fast right there. You got to do that again and just start slower.
No.
Bro. You just...
No.
Or you just bent the bar and you're like, fuck that.
Fuck that, no. It's not going to happen. I saw it coming.
Good stuff. Final notes? Anything to add? You know when to stop? How do you know when your max is?
Okay, so you always, in my head, or always in my routine, you give yourself max 2 to 3 attempts in a weight that you never tried. More than that, I think it's probably a good idea to back off and maybe try it, test it maybe next week. Depends on how it feels. Or like run the program again and test it again. It depends also on your goals or what you feel. I tested the 455. I did it 1 attempt. I got stuck, but I felt in my head like this is a weight that I can do, and I already did. So I wanted to do it again, but I tried something different. Jump. Yeah, I tried something different. Maybe going a little bit faster, gas up a little bit, and it worked. It feels so easy. Yeah. But then I got, like you see, don't do what I did. I got greedy, and I was like, fuck it. Let's add another 45 pounds to the bar. Yeah. Which, as you saw, it's not a good idea, but at least for me.
You know, not the worst idea, because at least you've tested new waters.
That's true.
You've tested new weight. Maybe you didn't get it today, or maybe in 10 weeks through a program or something. If that's, one of your goals, then you can, definitely get that out. But you've tested it, you've tried it, you've felt what it feels like, and then even lifting heavier than that too. Like,
and that's to add to this point. Like, this is what strength training is all about: strength and conditioning, performance, whatever that is testing the limits and try to push through these.
Trying new levels.
That's how you progress as an athlete.
Yeah.
You test the waters a little bit, see how you feel over there. For me, we haven't been deadlifting that much. I didn't say that, and I didn't want to say that in the beginning, so I don't sound as a bit like.
Yeah. What he means is like we still deadlift. It's just not a program that we're trying to increase the deadlift. I think both of us right now. I mean, at least for me,
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to get total body, working through some powerlifting programs, you know, adding some kettlebell
Yeah.
in there, some snatches,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of powerlifting. So I'm like not really dialed into like one area right now. I'm just kind of like testing the waters, but
Yeah.
you can see now too, like the last time I maxed this was it was again at a bodybuilding gym in Denver, Colorado, and that was like 2 years ago. So like going through different programs, testing different things, getting stronger over time is what it's about. It's like, again, like I just PR'd without, you know, I used the belt, didn't have wrist wraps, didn't have any smelling salts, which usually help a little bit too. But
it does.
The only thing I used was a belt and a PR today. So, you know, that just goes to say, like, your main goal, like, over everything should be to get stronger over time.
Sure.
But in terms of like knowing yourself, knowing what weight to stop at, definitely stop when your body tells you to. Listen to your body.
Absolutely.
You know, Shaheen tried that right there. I tried to push him, tell him to go do another one, and he said no. Like, I'm not
Don't
gonna do it,
fall for peer pressure.
don't get peer
If
pressure.
if you feel like, okay, he's a hype man, he wants the best, he wants to see me progress, but always see yourself. Like, if you need to put that full stop, it's a full stop. You need to stop. If you didn't feel confident on picking that weight up, I just tried to yank it off the floor. It didn't move an inch. And I was like, no. And he tried to, oh, you got to do it again. I was like, it's not going to happen.
Not all the links are going to break at once. It's usually going to be the one weakest one.
True.
And in this, the weakest part of the chain is the wrist, you know, like the grip and how much you can actually hold. So like things like farmer's carries, practicing time under tension, tempo deadlifts, things like that will help with the wrist, because out of all of your entire body, that's the weakest link in this lift, at least, you know, and how it feels. So if your wrists are hurting, probably stop, because that could be the thing that gets you hurt next round.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good stuff.
Good stuff, man. Yes, sir.
Yeti yeet.
Yeti yeet.
That was awkward.
Whatever, bro. Figure it out.